right, so we're introducing our good friend JR here. He's doing videography and cinematography for us. He's a really good friend of ours.
Cinematography.
Cinematography.
You forgot photography, but we'll go with it.
Photography.
Cinema photography.
Cinema photography.
Pornography.
And
He's doing all of our pornography.
A little bit.
He's won, what's those fucking awards you call for, like, pornography?
A boner.
Yeah, a spanky? Is that what they call him, a spanky?
The John Holmes Award.
The John Holmes Award. Anyways, so we're going to ask him a question. How much anime have you watched? Are you an anime expert?
If there is an opposite to the term, then I am that. I watch zero anime.
Oh, good.
Entirely out of the loop.
Then you're a perfect anime expert.
So you are the epitome of anime expert then.
Yes.
Don't follow your brother's key.
Don't go at his nuts.
We're just gonna...
You saw what happened to the judge. Yeah, you go that way.
There.
Okay, I feel sorry.
Carl, we see you there.
Carl,
This is a
there
safe place.
we
This is
go.
a safe
This is a
place.
safe place.
All right.
This is a safe place.
My crotch is a safe place.
we're going to show you an anime. And since you're such a good anime expert, since you just told us you are, you're going to describe to us perfectly what this anime is.
Why not?
1.
Your anime is Death Note.
Oh. It is about a young man. I'm going to call Jared for the time being. He has a severe potassium deficiency and really likes bananas, but should probably get a haircut because he has a lot of split ends. And most of his life is through acceptance through his deficiencies and his different mineral problems in his life. So he's moving on through his life, and he eventually meets a woman who is a plantain farmer, and she has the needs for all his problems. And she's also a hairstylist, so she gives him a haircut. And I think that's what happens to Eric. That's weird. I'm at a loss for words. Spark of Man, oh wow. This is not good for people with ADD. Well, Jared still needs a haircut from what I gather. And, those letters are sideways, that doesn't help me at all. I still think that this is a very dramatic song about him seeking a solid haircut and a lot of potassium, which if he doesn't get soon, he's going to have problems. He's walking through this metropolitan area. Birds are following him, and this is his hairstylist. And she resides in this apartment, and there's a beautiful view in the moon, and he really likes apples, but they don't give him the potassium he needs. Oh, that doesn't help at all. Okay, checkerboards. Yeah, we can go with that. Terrifying. This is the, no, I have nothing to say. That's the problem here. Still in need of a haircut, and his hair has changed 3 times in the past 10 seconds, which is even more troubling. I'm sorry, I can't bring this together. But he has a better haircut there than when I saw him originally, so... And the apple has a bite out of it. No potassium in it, but he'll work up to bananas and plantains, so I'll give Jared a chance.
This is exactly like the first time I showed one of my friends a porno.
Barry's missing. Where is Barry?
Barry, where'd you go?
1.
So, that was not right.
Wasn't it though?
Why do we have a turtle centipede behind us?
Because science.
I agree with what the judge said.
Alright.
Science indeed.
Anyway, so what this show is actually about is this gentleman who basically says, fuck the world. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Kurt Cobain?
Basically Kurt Cobain. Yeah, let's call him Kurt Cobain.
Too soon.
Hey, wait, what's behind the couch? No, it's Kurt
soon.
Cobain's head and
He
shoulders.
writes his own name in the Death Note.
So anyways, guy we call Kurt Cobain, whose actual name is Light, but we're going to call him Kurt Cobain because that was fucking hilarious.
Kurt.
So Kurt finds this thing called the
Like
Death
your
Note,
name.
which is a journal. And what comes with it is something they call a Shinigami, which is a death god. And the Shinigami is just there to fuck with him. That's his whole point. And in doing so, he basically tells them the rules of the Death Note.
Basically, this big black dude.
Yeah, it's a big black dude. He has white face, so it's anti-racist.
It cancels.
It's this big black
white
dude,
face,
and his
it's
entire
totally
purpose
fine.
is to kill people.
Keep it
but he's
rolling,
in
yeah.
white face, so it's okay.
Yes. Anyways, so basically, he tells the rules of the Death Note. The rules of the Death Note is whoever's name you write down dies. If you don't write down a name, like a cause, they just die of a heart attack. But if you write down a cause, a time, you can basically elaborate on this person's death, and they will die by that way, that time, that date, etc., etc., etc.
Don't mean to interrupt. Is Dick Cheney a valid cause for death?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, he's had many heart
That
attacks.
depends on what
He is
you
the
mean
only
by
3 out of
Dick Cheney. If you mean
I meant a shotgun to the
some
face. What do you
combination
mean?
of chains and a dick,
You
then
chain his dick to a
yes,
train.
that is an elaborate
Yes.
and valid cause for
Carrying on.
Anyways, so basically what happens is this guy sees as a way to fix the world. So he starts going after a bunch of criminals. And in doing so, the police are like, what the fuck's happening to these criminals? People are dying. There's a reason why it's happening. And they start an investigation on basically what's going on. And in doing so, they bring in this top-notch detective named L. L goes and basically he has it almost right, but Light deceives him. And doing so, Light and L become basically best friends for a little bit. And basically at the end of the arc, yeah, frenemies, that they fuck a lot. Like, they mind fuck each other.
I'll drink to that.
A lot.
Basically, if you've seen Sherlock, one of them is Moriarty and one of them is Sherlock.
pretty good explanation.
Pretty
Basically
much.
what happens is it's
A picture has been painted.
Moriarty
Yeah.
has won. For a little bit. Because L's successor comes in, and L's successor
Stop that, Bob.
basically figures out who Light or Kurt Cobain is. And basically what happens is the police starts to shoot him up, and the Shinigami basically says, hey, guess what? Fooled you, fucker. You're gonna die now. Writes his name down, and he dies. End of anime.
But then there's a second notebook.
But the spoilers.
What?
Yes.
There is a second notebook.
There's at one point at least
Spoilers, though.
3.
Spoilers.
Owned
Probably never gonna watch it, so
Owned by a
spoil
girl.
away, friend.
owned by a girl named Miyaki.
The
Misa.
Misa.
hairstylist?
Yeah,
Hayao
is anybody a hairstylist?
Hayao
Misa
Miyazaki.
Yes.
Hayao Miyazaki
Hayao Miyazaki.
owns the other notebook.
Was that Japanese or were you just drunk? I'm wondering.
Well, he is judged.
Japanimation.
Hayao.
Okay.
Anyway, so she
Misaki?
like has this huge lady boner for Kurt Cobain, and
She gets the Shinigami eyes.
she wants to basically follow in his footsteps and do everything for him. And there's an ability that you can get through the Death Note called the Shinigami Eyes, which is basically where you can gain the ability to see people's names for giving up half your lifespan. And doing so, you can see people's names, you can write them down, you can kill them. Basically, she has this huge lady boner for this guy, Light, or Kurt Cobain. And she basically gives her life for this guy. And she never gets fucked by him.
I get it! They fuck! You can stop doing the hand
But
motion.
they don't, though.
Carry on.
Basically, it's anti-Kurt Cobain because she kills himself with a shotgun instead of he does.
Okay.
Or a hitman.
I love how we're
Conspiracy
assuming that
theorist aside.
everyone who is watching this video and everyone who's involved in this video has seen this fucking show. Give us a spoiler warning.
Spoilers!
Hey,
Put it on
spoiler
earlier.
warning. There you go. That's your spoiler.
I actually think that's
Yeah,
it.
thanks for that.
That's
It's a little late
Let's
for
call
me.
it. Let's call it.
And that's what Death Note is.
And in closing, as my real first anime I've ever seen, I'm happy that I enjoyed it with a good group of people. Chosen Driver Robots with a not that good, but a bottle of sake.